Hey there folks, today we're going to talk about my top 5 favourite modifications on my DR650. Now we'll start with number 5, and that's the bash plate. Now if you're doing any kind of off-road work, you need to have a bash plate, it's a must. Anytime I'm hitting the gravel road, all I hear is ting 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 of the rocks flicking up from the front tyre and hitting that bash plate. And if I didn't have that, any one of them could quite easily puncture the casings and destroy my engine. Now I run the B&B Engineering off-road bash plate, and it has done a pretty good job. It runs around about 200 to 220 New Zealand. For that I would highly recommend it. I don't have any issues with it, but there are heaps of bash plates out there. This is the one I chose for my bike, and it does the job well. Number 4 on my list is additional lighting. Now the stock DR650 light is very poor. Not only for riding at night, but also for letting other vehicles see you coming, which I think is a big issue. It's hard enough to see a motorcycle coming as it is, but just with the stock H4 headlight bulb on the DR650, you've not really got much chance, to be honest. Now on my bike I fitted auxiliary spotlights and an LED JNS headlight. Now the JNS headlight was quite expensive, around about $278, but those spotlights are cheap enough. You can get them, I think they're just cheapo AliExpress ones, you can get them anywhere. I just run them full time in the daytime. Like I say, it's not only to let me see in night time, but to let other cars see me during the daytime. That is a big must and a serious safety feature in my opinion. Number 3 on the list is the JNS Lord Footpegs. They run around about 180 New Zealand. You can also get lowered and back a bit if you've got massive feet, but for me just the lowered is fine. Now the stock peg height is up about here, so you can see that. I find that very cramped. Now I rode Danny's around with the stock pegs on, and it's night and day to these. Now these are also a wider foot peg, which makes it more comfortable for standing up, and they're quite sharp so I don't slip off them. That is a 100% must for me, not only for comfort wise but also when you're standing. When I was on the stock pegs, couldn't reach the bars, I was over like this. So I mean, I'm only 5'6" with what, a 30-inch inseam. If you're any taller than me, I really don't think you could ride a bike like this. So those foot pegs are a must for me. The only one downside for these is if you get stuck in any ruts. These hit the side very easily because the DR doesn't have a whole heap of ground clearance. So a lot of times I end up riding like this through ruts, just to because I end up bashing my feet on the bloody sides. But 99% of the time I am 100% happy with them. So number 2 on my list is the seat. Now I'm not sure what seat is on this bike. I get asked all the time in the comments. I really don't know. It came on the bike. It has no other branding on it apart from the Suzuki on this side. But as you can see, it's really soft and squidgy. Feels like it's got a gel pad in there. I'm not sure if it's a Suzuki comfort seat, if there even is such a thing, but it's not the stock seat. I rode Danny's bike for a wee while with the stock seat on, and it was terrible. And this one I can ride all day, no problems. You do still get a sore arse, but that is to be expected if you're riding long distances. But for me, the seat is a must. Now there's loads of different seats on the market. Like I said, there's no branding on this, even on the underside, so I'm not sure what brand of seat it is. I've got no idea, honestly. But there's loads of seats out there. Danny had a Sergeant seat on her bike as well, which was fairly comfy. It wasn't as comfy as this one, but it was okay. And that seat was running around about 800 New Zealand. That is very expensive. Now you could also just take it to your local upholsterer and get them to remake it and make it a wee bit wider as well, and I think that would do the job. But for me, this seat I can ride 24 hours straight. I do have a sore arse, but it wouldn't be possible on the stock seat. Now for me, number 1 must-have mod is a bigger fuel tank. Now I run the Acerbis 25 litre. They run around about $500 New Zealand, which I don't think is too bad. And if you get a new bike, sometimes you can get a free tank with it. For me, the stock 13 odd litre tank is just not up to much. This was 25 litres new, but It currently holds, I would say, probably approximately 27 litres, because it does stretch over time. Now I can get at least 500 k's to a tank, which I mean is not necessary in New Zealand, but you just fill it up, you never have to worry about it. You can go out for a full day's ride and come home and you've still got bloody quarter tank left, half tank. It means I can go off anywhere I want in New Zealand, never have to worry about gas, and just ride off into the sunset. For me, that is a must-have. So anyway guys, thanks for watching this quick video of my top 5 mods on the DR650. Let me know in the comments below what you think of my choices, and if you've got a DR650, tell me what your top 5 mods are. And I will catch you all in the next one. See you later.